Right. These was names that we was given in slavery when the Europeans came and they conquered this land. Because it was never called Mexico. You see what I'm saying? And Aztec is an old word that derives from the Hebrew. You see what I'm saying? So the Mayans, the Incas, the Aztecs, the Tainos, they all knew that they was part of the 12 tribes of Israel. It's just in slavery, our names was changed. And I can show you that in the Bible. Give me Deuteronomy 28. Let me show you real quick. Because y'all go to church, right? Y'all believe in God. But has your nationality and what your history ever been shown to you in the Bible? And that's the misconception of Christianity. That's what we've been misled with through after slavery. Because in slavery, they used Christianity to destroy our people. That's where you get this from right here. That's for you too, my brother. That's where you get this from. They forced Christianity on us, and they hung us and burned us at the stake if we did not accept Christianity. But nowadays, we accept it willingly. I grew up in a Baptist church all my life. Nobody ever showed me that my history was in the Bible. You didn't know that? They hide. Yeah. And guess what? They hung you by the 13. If you count it out, it's 13 people being hung, which represents Jesus Christ and the 12 disciples. So how can they even believe in Jesus Christ when they hung us as a symbolic? Yeah. If they say they believe in Jesus, they don't believe in Jesus Christ. That's the thing. They don't even believe in the Bible because the Bible is for our people. Our history, our ancestry is in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? So they used our book against us to keep us in subjection, to keep us enslaved. Slave, obey your master. God loves everybody. Well, if God loved everybody, why was we part of slavery? Why did this happen to us? Because God was punishing us for what we did against him. It's just like this your son, right? If he did something wrong, he get a punishment, whether you take the TV, the video games, you get a whooping or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's punishments for things that we do. Right. Right. Yes. This happened because of past truth. That's what we finna read. Deuteronomy 20. Give me 27 and 1 first. So I want to show you who Moses was talking to. Read.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27, verse 1. And Moses, with the elders of Israel, commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day. And it shall be on the day when you shall pass over Jordan unto the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, that thou shalt set thee up great stones and plasters them with plasters.
Okay, so God sent Moses to the Israelites. Remember how he led them out of Egypt and right? Right. So that happened to your ancestors. The whole time we read in the Bible, we not understanding that this is our ancestors. And I'm gonna prove it. I got you. Read verse 15, 28:15.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So in 27 and 1, he said, bring the elders together and tell the people of Israel they have to keep God's commandments. Now he's saying if we don't keep God's commandments, read.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Because a curse is a good or bad thing. Is a curse a good or bad thing? It's a bad thing, right? Right? This is curses. Us being taken into slavery, our names being changed, them taking the lands.
I don't know if you remember when you said paint your doors with the red,
right, with the blood of the lamb. Yeah. The death angel would go past without. Yeah.
The ones that didn't do it, what happened?
Yeah, they got killed. Everybody has a choice, right? So he told us, he said, if we don't keep his commandments, certain things will come up on. Give me verse 32.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
That's what happened to us in slavery. They took the so-called Mexican children, took them to Spain. They took the Native Americans, took them to Europe. They took the African Americans from the west coast of Africa, brought us to America as slaves. That's what they did. That did not happen to everybody. That happened to our ancestors. Read on.
And thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand.
Now give me verse 37. Read.
Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
So that's how you know it's not talking about everybody. It's a specific group of people that he said he would lead into all nations, and we will go by the names of those nations we were in. That's why, what language do Mexicans speak? Are you from Spain? Okay. Right. Well, a lot of times when our people say they from Spain, it's because, like I said, they took the people from Mexico and brought them to Spain. They weren't originally from Spain, because Spain is a continent in Europe which are Caucasian. Y'all not Caucasian, right? Right. So that's how we know that it's just like me. I speak English, right? But my ancestors didn't speak English. You know what I'm saying? We had our own languages that we spoke. But God said the reason why we don't know our names and why we call ourselves by these names is because we were colonized and conquered by these people. So Hispanic people, which means property of Spain, is different from Spanish people. You see what I'm saying? That's why y'all don't call yourselves Spaniards. You see what I'm saying? Because the Spaniards is the ones who conquered in the 1400s. The conquistadors came and they took over the land and they oppressed the people. Yeah, they took everything. Mexico, North, Central, and South America is full of resources. And the people who inhabited that land were the ones who were supposed to benefit off those resources. But in slavery, we don't. That's why, give me verse 48. These is all curses to identify who the children of Israel are in the last days. Because in Christianity, they gave us these names. West African, West Indian, Haitian, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Dominican, Guatemalan, Native American, Seminole, Colombian, Mexican, Argentinian. So when we read the Bible, we don't see ourselves in it. We think this is about a people that's not around anymore. But everything that happened to the Israelites happened to our people. Read.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
So if Mexico has all of these resources, why are the people there poor? Why are they trying to get into America? Because America has destroyed and took everything from the land, and now the people are looking for jobs, they looking for food, they looking for resources. Used to be Mexico. New Mexico is what? Was Mexico, California, Arizona, all of it. You see what I'm saying? All of this was given into our people as an inheritance. But what they did was, when they came from Europe, they took us and enslaved us, and they took all of the resources. And the very image of Jesus Christ they took. Because Jesus Christ is not a white man. Jesus Christ was a black man. Let's get that for him real quick. Matter of fact, before we leave Deuteronomy, read verse 33. Because y'all mentioned about the resources that's in the land of Mexico. Even 70% of the world's resources come from South America. But you got Venezuelans that are poor. You got Guatemalans. You got, just like in Denver, there's an influx of Venezuelans that's coming because we all know what happened in Venezuela about, 5-6 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But how is that when all of the resources come from Venezuela? It comes from Colombia. It's a curse that God said will happen to his chosen people. Read.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 33. The fruit of thy land.
The fruit of thy land. All of the fruits and vegetables and minerals that come from this land. Read.
And all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
Because they came from you. We didn't know them. They came from Europe to oppress our people. This is Bible history that happened to your people. You see this didn't happen to everybody though. It only happened to the children of Israel. That's why a lot of times people say, well, how did y'all pick these people? We didn't pick them. What we did was we read the Bible and we said, okay, did this happen to these people? Did this happen to It didn't happen to the Chinese. It did not happen to the Arabs. It didn't happen to the white man, the so-called white man. It only happened to us. You see what that's why I'm standing here as a so-called black man with a so-called Mexican. It only happened to us. We are the 12 tribes of Israel. Read.
And thou shalt be only oppressed and cursed and crushed always.
See that? We still oppressed to this day. That's why they trying to keep the Mexicans out of Texas, which was originally theirs. Now they putting the kids in cages. You know what I'm saying? That's what they doing. That's oppression. Because how can you keep me out of my land, which was originally given to me, and say, well, no, these borders America has set up, and now that's where you got to stay. You see what I'm saying? But God said it would happen.
This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom. What is the nation? Nation is men leading by example.